I know you want it, you're gonna see you try it. Just keep on pushing, won't let you fight it.
Let's stay high too. In my room, we can get slide through. Give it to you whenever you want, when you whenever you want. Baby, it's yours. Anywhere, everywhere, baby, it's yours.
Okay, I'm here to tell you guys how to make credits. Listen here. I'm not here to tell you spin the wheel, watch videos, do the service. Listen here, I'm not here to do that. Okay, people who do that are very cruel. Like people who tell you spin, watch videos, and do the service. Those people are so cruel. Why are they so cruel? But anyways, here I am to tell you my experience on what I did in order to get the credits that I got in a situation that I needed them. Okay, let's go. Okay, so first things first, I've been on this game for so long. It took me like 3 or 4 years to actually figure it out. Okay, so the first thing I did, I don't know if people still do it, but hairstylist. Let me tell you this. People on Imvu love to do roleplay. Guys, this game has so many people that are interested in roleplays. People love that on this game, and if you want to get credits, you need to learn how to roleplay. You need to be good with your roleplay skills, honey. Be good with your roleplay skills. There are people out there who actually roleplay and is willing to pay you credits for your service, girl. Okay, since I told you the first plug where roleplaying, you need to, focus on your roleplay skills, that is out. Let's now get to the big deal, my experience, okay? Let's get to that one. Okay, the first thing I did, I was a hairstylist. Back then, it was 2019, 2020. Back then, people really liked the idea of going to salons. Salons were so full. People liked the idea of going to salons. Salon owners really liked the idea of hiring people to actually roleplay and become hairstylists. People out there, there are people out there who is willing to pay people to become hairstylists in their businesses. There are people as customers who come to a specific room or a specific hair salon and pay an employee for their service instead of the owner. You understand? There are people out there who really enjoy roleplay. There are people out there who has a really sweet heart and is willing to actually pay you credits for your roleplay skills. So when I was a hairstylist back then, they didn't pay credits, okay? They didn't give me credits, but they did gift me. Because back then, housing and cars were not a big issue. For me back then, clothing was a big issue. It was a big thing. It was a thing that I wanted. I was not focused on cars and houses and luxury brands. I was not focused on that. I was focused on the clothing that I want and that I saw and that I put on my cart. And I got that because of my roleplay skills in that specific salon. Okay, so you can be a hairstylist. I'm not saying don't be a hairstylist, but you can still be a hairstylist, but finding a hair salon that does roleplay in 2023 and 2024, it's way more difficult than it was in 2019, 18. It's way more difficult than it was back then. You can roleplay as a hairstylist. There are people that actually pay people to come to their house and do their hair. There are people like that. Especially when it's weddings and they wanna, have content for that. There are people who, have hairstylists and they pay the hairstylist to roleplay. There are people like that. You can be a hairstylist, but finding a specific person to roleplay with, it's gonna be difficult. Finding people to roleplay for hairstyling, it's going to be difficult because public roleplays nowadays are not as big as they were back then. Public roleplays are more difficult now because everybody is very expensive now. Public roleplays is way more difficult than it was back then. Okay, so first things first, I worked in a hair salon. I was a hairstylist, okay? That is out of the way. The second point on how I got credits, I was a model. I used to model for small businesses, not big businesses, small businesses. The reason why I say small businesses and not big businesses is because big businesses, they have high demands. They have high expectations. Like everything of theirs is high in quality, you know. I'm not saying small businesses don't have quality. Small businesses do have quality, but I just feel like small businesses, when it comes to their business, they have better job opportunities than a big business, a big brand, you know, big stores on Imvu. I used to model for a small business called Fashioneer. Even though their clothing wasn't my type of style, but I still made sure that I advertised their products, I advertised their clothing. Like I made sure that they were out there, you know, because it was my job to do that, and I really got paid really good. Like small businesses are looking for people to work with them, you know. And what I like about small businesses is that you're not just a model, you also like part of the business. Your opinions count as well. That's what I like about small businesses, is that your opinion on growing the business counts as well. I'm not like trying to like drag big brands or something like that. Like I'm not trying to do that, but with my experience, trying to, you know, tell you guys how I did it and how I experienced the specific, you know, thing. So I used to work for small brands. It's really hard to find people who are interested to work for your brand, especially people who wants to work with you and not just for your credits, but also for your work. Like it's really hard to find that. Two so far, I have the hairstyling and the modeling. The other thing I did was event planning. That's what I did. But I had a friend. This was a long time ago. I'm gonna explain to you how it was back then and how you can do it now. So back then, you would advertise. So basically, we had like a poster. I created a poster for our event planning business, me and my friend. When it comes to room searching, you need to be really good at it. You can't just search baby rooms and then expect to find a really good, you know, baby shower event type of room. Like you need to actually find the best rooms. If you find a good room, keep it as okay, this is going to be top 5. Let me go look for other rooms and find other rooms. Then you see, which one is the best one? Out of the 5, which one did we both like? You know? Yeah, so we did that, and we took our customers to the rooms. If they didn't like it, we changed it until they get the one that they wanted. They showed us their pictures. But nowadays, if you want to be an event planner, it's going to be different. Nowadays, you have to look for a very beautiful room. And the thing is, finding a very beautiful room nowadays is really hard, because you think you find a good room, but then somebody else already has pictures of that room. A lot of people would have found that exact same room, and everybody's doing the exact same pose. Now everybody has the exact same wedding. I'm not saying create a room and decorate it, but that is a really good business. Trust me, that's a really good business. That's a really good business. We will talk about that. But for now, if you don't have a PC, you don't have credits to decorate a specific private room, you can search for public rooms. But nowadays, business-wise, it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look good for you. Customers, you will get customers, but then you will be doing your job for free. Like no one is going to pay you for that, because if you search for public rooms, you will attract customers that enjoy public rooms. There are people who like public rooms that have credits, but it's rare to find those customers, you know. But if you want to look for those customers, then you need to make sure that your search game is good, you know. But let's go to the one where you have a PC and you are willing to decorate a room and actually rent out your private room to specific people. Okay, so if you want to be an event planner, a private event planner, let me say, you can actually decorate a room. Find a room, decorate it, make it so beautiful. You can do weddings, you can do birthdays, you can do baby showers, you can do gender reveals. Nowadays, what I'm telling you now, is a big thing. Weddings, birthdays, baby showers, gender reveals. Those are big things now on IMV. You can do that. You can literally create a room, decorate it, attract people who want a private room, allow them to book it first for specific credits, or you can do cash. But for me, I love decorating. So for me, I'd probably prefer credits and not cash, because cash is just like you paying me for my hard work. Via cash, nobody's gonna really come, rather do credits. But there are people who actually decorate rooms and then allow people to book rooms on their website with cash. But for me, I prefer credits. If I had to attract private room bookers, can you call them bookers? People that book private rooms, I would rather allow them to book by gifting me credits, because for me, I know I'm gonna get a private room decorated. I get paid via credits. Then the credits that I use, I decorate another room. I'm not saying I'm gonna lose profit, but I'm pretty sure I could, because I'm spending so much money decorating than the money that I'm receiving. But then I can actually use the same deco that I did for a birthday event, for a gender reveal event. Like, I can still use the same, decorations. I can still use the same decorations to decorate a specific room for another event. Main two that I prefer you to do is modeling and event planning. Those are the best two. Like, those are the ones I suggest you do. Sit down with yourself and be like, let me become a model, but for what type of brand? Just remember that there's a lot of small businesses out there on IMVU that actually wants to work with you. There are people out there that actually wants to plan their birthdays, gender reveals, but they just don't know which room to look for. And there you are. They're gonna contact you, then they're gonna pay you like that. Yeah, that's like one of the things that you can do on IMVU. Anyways, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you and catch you next time.
I know you want it, boy, I see you.